Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
Hey, I'm shot. You can start not.
Alright, this is GMS Miami Camp. I'm going to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. And double honor to the elders of Great Millstone. And greetings and salutations to all you brothers out there throughout the four corners of the earth that's pushing out this truth and sincerity. And, looking to what Paul said in Thessalonians, man, no need to let brothers know what times we living in, man. This thing heating up across the globe, mainly over there in, the Valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Most High stirring the pot, man. And, more now than ever, brothers need to get in that spirit, man, and start tightening up the bolts, man. Because it's obvious, we seeing it, that the Most High is moving it, being the watchers and seeing the moves that Russia's making and Iran is making and Syria and everything that's going on. So like I said, now more so than ever, it's time to be spiritual, man. It's time to understand what we've been obtaining all this knowledge for. It's to help us endure through the trials and the tribulations that we're coming into, man. And stumbled across an article here that I wanted to share. Okay, it says, it's from Breitbart. It says, Obama administration and UN announced global police force to fight extremism in the U.S. And, understanding knowledge in the scriptures, we know exactly that this is talking about the men of the Lord, man, the ones out there pushing this truth, man. Because we already know through the spirit power that ISIS was created by the United States, and that's another one of their entities. So this is aimed at specifically the men of the Lord. And it says on Wednesday, Attorney General Loretta Lynch announced at the United Nations that her office would be working in several American cities to form what she called the Strong Cities Network, known as the SCN, a law enforcement initiative that would encompass the globe. And it says this amounts to nothing less than the overriding of American laws, which has been going on, since who knows. And it says up to and including the United States Constitution in favor of United Nations laws that would henceforth be implemented in the United States itself without any consultation of Congress at all. And that's the main thing Obama's been doing since he's been in office. Okay, I'm going to jump down. It's a beautiful article, though. You can read it. It's on Breitbart. Okay, it says, it goes on to ask questions. What is a global police force doing in our cities? This is exactly the abdication of American sovereignty that I warned about in my book, The Post-American Presidency, the Obama Administration War on America. The Obama Department of Justice made it clear that it was exactly that when it distributed a press release last week announcing the launch of Strong Cities Network to strengthen community resilience against violent extremism. And, it goes on to, get the logistics of what's going on and, basically regurgitating what we already know and what the scriptures told us what happened coming up in these last days, and mainly to the prophets, man.
Yeah, I got it. This is Luke 21:10. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake, and shall turn to you for a testimony. So yeah, basically that was Yahushua prophesying to his disciples. He told them before a lot of major events start happening, before things really start to unfold at a rapid rate. These governments and these people out here are going to come against us, man. They're going to cast us into prison, and we're going to be brought before governments and rulers for the testimony of Yahushua, man. So what we see right now happening, throughout the world, on the world stage, if you will, because this is the Most High's theater. What we really see it happening right now, that's really a small scale. It's not really happening how it's really going to take off when they start coming against the men of the Lord, man. So that's really one of the major prophecies, them coming at us, Lord willing we be those men, them coming after the elect of the Most High. That's one of the main prophecies that's really going to happen before everything really starts to unfold, before all hell breaks loose on America and all these different nations.
Come on, and that's spiritual, but this brother was just speaking on that remark, just speaking on that at the camp. That's what we're waiting on. And that this article is a precursor to that, man. Letting us know, letting the men of the Lord, the seers, know that pretty soon, it's in works to form up a police force to come and get us and live to that scripture, man. So, like we continue to say, it's high time right now to wake out of slumber and to put that spiritual foot first, man. And that's why, the scriptures tell us, Isaiah 33, 6, that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times, man. These times are what we need that knowledge and understanding for, man.
That's how it's Matthew 24. As the brother was just talking about how they're going to come against brothers, men of the Lord. Because we out there on YouTube, we got plenty of videos, especially starting with the apostles and elders on down. They got hundreds of thousands of videos on there probably. And we got the videos up there too. Our faces on there. We on the red list, purple list, whatever list they got. So they're going to come for brothers. And that's part of the tribulation, because no one should enter into the kingdom of heaven without going through tribulation. But you got to keep faith. Like you go through a tribulation right now on the smaller scale, you got to keep faith. On the wider scale, you got to keep faith. David ain't fold or Daniel didn't fold because it was a lion. Shoot, the Lord is bigger than that lion. So you just got to keep faith and know that you got to go through tribulation, but keep the faith that the Lord going to have you. Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be. And it says that in Daniel 12. It's going to be a time like never before. That's what we looking for. That's what we waiting for. Verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So these times going to be so bad that the Lord is going to shorten these days for the elect's sake. But still going to have to go through it. That's how bad it's going to be. And if you look at the history in the scriptures, history of the world, people that ate babies before, people that committed mass suicides. Israel committed when they was surrounded on Masada by the Romans on that little hill. It's been some ugly times throughout history. These times going to be worse than all, because the devil know that he got for a short time.
That's why it's essential for us to meditate on this, man, because like we read the scriptures, and our elders tell us to. It's good to have a good imagination when you read the scriptures, because you got to visualize what's coming. But yet and still, man, like we got brothers that been in wars, and they testify some of the things they've seen, man. And the scriptures tell us we're gonna be seeing that left and right, man. And it's one thing to say, yeah, you're ready for it, but spiritually and physically, and mentally, man, you gotta get yourself ready to see some of the worst times mankind has ever seen, man. It's one thing to say you're ready, but spiritually you have to get yourself in tune with these scriptures, man, and understanding what's really coming, man. Because it's one thing to say it, but to actually go through it is a whole different ball game.
This is John 16:33. These things have I spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace. That's the Howard Shai. That's the soul scripture, the New Testament, Old Testament, and the Apocrypha. And the brother has just bring up, wisdom and knowledge shall be your stability in that time. So the Lord is telling you these things, you're supposed to meditate on them. Because these things is what's going to keep you in a peaceful mind state when all shit hit the fan, man. It's going to keep you in that state of tranquility, right? It says, in the world, you shall have tribulation. Like this brother right here, Ramon just brought out, you can't enter the kingdom of heaven without going through the shedding tribulation, man. Best believe if you're not going through tribulations, the Lord not dealing with you, man.
Because it's a lot you might cut you up, like it says in Zechariah 13:10, I will bring the third part through the fire and purify them, as gold is, what we paraphrase. So we're going to have to go through that, man.
But be of good cheer. Why be of good cheer? Even though shit's in the fan, be of good cheer because this must come in order for you, Lord willing, to inherit the kingdom of heaven, man. I have overcome the world. I wish I went through all this plus more, man. And his example is for you, man. His example is for his elect because the majority of things he's going through, the elect gonna go through it too, man. So all these instances that they give you to get your mind right for this time, that's coming up, man. So you can be in a peaceful mind state, man. So
and that's why the elders always voice, man. It's spiritual. It's spiritual. You can't, like Apostle Dubois just put a video about the super nigga or something like that. Roughly paraphrasing, saying the brothers that want to bring out scriptures, you want to make a name for itself in GMS. That's not what this is about, man. This is about building up your mental stability, your mental toughness. Like the brother was saying with Daniel. Daniel didn't fret or get all out of whack because he had his faith in the Most High, man. And he knew that if his faith didn't fall to the Most High was going to deliver him out of that situation, So brothers got to understand what this is about, man. This is about keep reiterating, getting that wisdom, so you can be stabilized in them times of trouble, man. Because basically, that's the only thing that's going to keep you. That's the only thing that's going to keep you. So I got scripture to back that up. Okay, good.
Hey, really, man, what this is about is building your faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because in those times, we already don't have anything right now. We're at the bottom of the totem pole, man. And the Most High is putting us through all these things to test our faith, man, to strengthen our faith. So even if Daniel was aligned in it and he died, his faith would not have wavered in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because as Job said, though he slay me, yet will I put my trust in him. So it's all about having that faith, all about surrendering yourself to the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, knowing that he's still going to follow through on his promises for you for having faith in him. Because you're not going to be delivered from death or from your enemies. Without that faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're screwed. That's it.
Yeah, I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. You now are with me. You gotta have faith to fear no evil, because folks gonna shake in these days, man.
Elect gonna shake.
Yes, elect gonna shake. Some folks gonna tilt over and not get back up, because, like you said, he had that knowledge and wisdom, or the faith, basically.
Right.
Which
is a gift.
The gift.
Right. This scripture backs that up. This is Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. So that's a clear indicator that the Most High has to be dealing with you for you to be kept from that hour of temptation. What's the hour of temptation? Not having any food or means to get food or means to get from one place to another without getting a microchip implanted in you. that's why the elders say we're gonna find out who was really, you know, under the title of GMS, which is just a title. We're gonna really see who was really about Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. When you got a family to feed, but you can't feed them unless you get a chip, you're gonna see where your faith lies, man. It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. So that's playing, man. The Most High said he's going to keep you from that temptation. So in turn, you need to be keeping the law, statutes, and commandments and becoming a spiritual man. You got to meet him halfway. His brother always told me that. You got to meet the Most High halfway. Just try, man.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at that last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. So that goes back to having faith in the Most High, man. That He's gonna bring you in there. He's gonna preserve you through your tribulation, man. Because when you keep the word of the Most High patient, He's gonna keep you from the hour of temptation, man. He's gonna strengthen you in those times, man. So you have to believe in that, man. Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So that goes back to the 1/3. And the 1/3, I mean, if you're an Israelite, period, you're gonna go through some kind of tribulation. I mean, you're under the curses, man. So there's no getting around it. But the 1/3, they're gonna have to go through tribulation and suffering for the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to make it this man.
You know, like. The ironic part, like, because we know about, we pay attention to stuff like Project Megiddo. But these simpletons, they looking at us as extremists, but the elites know that they're Israelites. So they're going to get the same persecution.
Exactly.
So why not try to see, but hey, they're giving everybody, man.
They'll be getting it worse because they don't have faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So they don't even get it worse. They ain't gonna know what they're gonna lose their mind.
Yeah.
All their faith in their idols is gonna fail them.
That's why they say you're gonna curse the Most High.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's a precept. Psalm chapter 118, verse 18. This David speaking. The Lord has chastened me sore, but he has not given me over unto death. If you read David's account, the Lord chastened him sore. He went off, just like we all go off. Ain't none of us perfect. We all worthy of death. We all know what David, his shortcomings. So the Lord chastened him, but not unto death. And the Lord chastising his men, dealing with his men and sons, Lord willing, we part of the elect, but he ain't going to give them over unto death. The Lord wants somebody to be a part of that 144,000. He wants his men to see him come in chariots and deliver, and the other things that go along with that. Verse 19, open to me the gates of righteousness. And the gates of righteousness, we know that the way into the kingdom of heaven is a straight gate. That's the way into righteousness. To the left is waters, and to the right is fire. I will go into them, and I will praise the Lord. So we doing, Lord, when we part of the elect, but just even if we not, we know the recipe. Do the work, get this wisdom, this knowledge, be brotherly, fellowship, keep the faith, and go through that straight gate. If you ain't going through that straight gate, you ain't going through tribulations, which means you ain't fitting the bill.
And you still gonna go through the tribulations anyway. Without the faith.
It's Hebrews 10:35. Cast not away therefore your confidence. The confidence, that's something that you hold strong with. to, man. Like something you really trust in. Basically your faith. Cast not away your faith. Cast not away therefore your confidence, which have great recompense. And we all know what recompense means. It's the payback that you're gonna get for having faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. When everything hits the fan, you know, you've been thrown in FEMA camps, you can't feed your kids, you don't know what's if tomorrow ain't coming for you, man. Still you don't cast away your faith. Alright? You say which have great recompense of reward. Because that faith, ultimately, that faith in that work, which all the brothers talking about, fellowship and being brotherly, that's what, Lord willing, is hopefully going to get you into the kingdom of heaven, man, on the first trip, man. We put in our hard work so we can, Lord willing, get to heaven on the first trip, man. All right, we trying to be that part of that 144,000, man. All right, so the scriptures say, no matter what you go through, don't cast away your faith, man. Because the Lord gonna put you through trials and tribulations like you read in the scriptures, like he did to all his men. All his men went through trials and tribulations, man. They ain't cast away their faith. Because they know that that faith has great reward, man. Lord willing, the kingdom of heaven.
It's like, you know, like when you, these car manufacturers, you know, they make a brand new car, but they put it through a amount of rigorous tests, man, to see if it's gonna stand up through the test of time, man. And that's the same thing the Most High doing with his men. That's why he said judgment shall begin at his sanctuary. In his sanctuary are the hopeful elect, man. Why? Because he got to make sure you ready to endure and ready to be judges of the whole world, the whole planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? So this is a small thing, you know, what we're going through now. But what it's doing is building us up for what's to come.
Yeah, the Lord known as the Lord of hosts, right? So Lord of armies. We as soldiers, right? Like the girl was getting into, when you go up to sign for Esau military and shit, you're not gonna take any wimp, man. He gonna put you through rigorous testing, man. Especially if you want to be part of Green Beret and shit like that, man. If you want to be part of that upper echelon, man. Navy SEALs. Brother just naming all them shits, man. You're gonna go through rigorous testing, man, before you become a soldier, man.
Like the scriptures say, gold is tried in the fight.
Right.
So you want to be gold, you want to live the gold life, you want to be tried in the fight. Boy, for real.
Like
Go ahead.
Like when they making the swords, beating it, you know, put it in that fire, beat it until they get that fine, polished, you know, whatever material they're using to make that sword out of, man. They're trying it over and over and over again. So how much more the Most High with the whole elect, man?
All Israel gonna be saved.
Come.
All Israel gonna be in the kingdom living it up. But you want to be part of that elect who see this thing through, might as well take this little chastisement, which is nothing compared to the glory that's gonna be revealed in his elect.
That's a good analogy too on the sword, because the more you beat it, you put through the fire, the stronger that shit get, right? That's a beautiful analogy.
And the Lord said, "Down on my battle axe."
It's all spiritual. So I got a quick precept. This is Job chapter 5. I'm gonna start at 15. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. And we all know right now the mighty is the so-called white man. Verse 16. So the poor have hope. Who are the poor? Israel. And iniquity stoppeth her mouth. Verse 17. Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High corrected. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. Verse 18. For he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth and his hands make whole. Verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yeah, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. So yeah, basically in a nutshell, that's the Most High showing you, telling us, yeah, I'm going to put you through the fire. You know, I'm going to chastise you. Why? To build you up, man. And that's that faith, you know. the evidence of things not seen that, hey, you're going to save us in 6 troubles, man.
Yep. Best believe it.
That's all we got. What else we got to hang on to? We do this work. We have faith by works. You know, plain and simple. And hope in the end that we can be saved. Because, like the brother was bringing out earlier, and when Gabar did that video, like, it's basically nothing you can do to be part of the elect. You either are or you're not. But, like you were saying, what's the whole duty of man? You keep the commandments.
Yep.
You do this work. Why not be for the Most High? Who else you going to be for? If you're not for him, you can say. You know, so our focal point is pushing the Most High's word. And the rest is in his hand. We're going to have faith.
Yeah.
That's it. Plain and simple.
Show them. Try. And have the attributes. And that comes from the Lord anyway, because we ain't wake up one morning and say we want to go out and prophesy on the streets. So that was of the Lord. I would have never, you know. So just have them attributes. I got another precept right here. Get Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. So we ain't doing this for nothing. I mean, we know we're doing it because it's a duty of man, but also this faith. We outsiders. We don't see people every day who believe in what we believe. All we see is the brothers who believe in what we believe in. Everybody else is against this. If you try to tell it to them, you're a nut. So as long as we faint not in this faith, Lord willing, next thing you look up, you're going to be big with God. Verse 10. As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith. Yeah, so yeah, that goes along with it. Be brotherly, do good unto your brother, which is fellowshipping and breaking bread. You know, of course, giving alms also, but what's most important is breaking bread.
One of those top 2 commandments Yahweh shall say, keep. Don't put no other God before Yahweh.
Love him with all your might.
Right.
Right.
And then love thy neighbor as thyself. That's your brother, man. That's the top 2. So if you're doing them, you got a good chance of keeping them commandments to the best of your ability, man, and obtaining that faith, man. Because like you said, like the Most High, He wants somebody to be part of that elect. They out here.
Somebody got to be.
Right. Somebody got to be saved, and you can. A lot of these you can see. Most people they don't want to be saved. They don't care about being saved. They just want to live that YOLO shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
44,000 is a small number. It's a small number.
Like the northern tribe we was talking to, we told him in 12,000 Cubans.
Yeah.
He was trying to tribe of Manasseh. He heard that shit. He's like, fuck, that's a little bit. How I'm going? And from that moment on, he got discouraged, man. Bugged out, got tattoos all in his face and everything. We had him on board. He had his own 1611. He was reading along and everything. But you know, most I set up stumbling blocks, man. Because hey, we coming down the wire, man. The Most High reading this thing out. He got that sword. He beating it. And the ones that ain't strong enough, man, you gonna falter. Plain and simple.
This is 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 5. Who are kept by the power of God through faith unto salvation, ready to be revealed in the last time. That last time is in these last days, man. These days that we're in right now, man. The latter years, the latter seconds. So if you keep that faith until the last time, man, you're gonna be saved, man. That's what it's about, man. Keeping faith in your house, shot, so that you can receive that salvation, man. Where ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than fine gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found to praise and honor and glory at the appearance of Yahushua. whom having not seen ye love, and whom, though now ye see him not, yet believe, you rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory, receiving the end of your faith, even the salvation of your souls. And that goes into what the brother was talking about, being tried as gold, man. But Peter said that the trial of your faith is much more precious than fine gold, man. Because fine gold perish, man. Fine gold decays, it disintegrates, man. But faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is eternal, man. Because the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is eternal. You know, and the reward of your faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is never going to fade away.
Because it says what? Everlasting salvation.
Everlasting salvation, man. Praise and honor and glory, man. Who he's going to give unto his elect, man. Unto his 1/3, man. So,
Get that. Yes.
Which, Exodus, this is quick to the point. Exodus 14:14. The Lord shall fight for you. And the Lord only gonna fight for you. It's like you're doing what all these brothers saying. Keep his law, statutes, and commandments, you being brotherly, fellowshipping, all right? You trying to be your best, you trying to mimic and follow your Yahushua to the best of your capability, man. That's the only way the Lord gonna fight for you, man. The Lord shall fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. All right? All the elect brothers, we don't know if we part of the elect, but we do what we gotta do. Hopefully we be part of that elect, man. The Lord's gonna fight for us, and we're gonna hold our peace, man. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. All right? So we know we're doing what we have to do through the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We ain't gotta do shit but that, man. As long as we do what the Lord tells us to do, the Lord's gonna fight for us, man.
So listen, he fight for us every week we go out to camp, man. Because Michael Allen was saying, the dad was watching the video, Michael Allen was saying, hey, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, we couldn't be on the corners saying this, man. They'd be hanging us, you know what I'm saying? But now, you know, the Most High fighting for us to go out there and do what? Push his word.
We saying death to America.
Right, hey, boy, that's treason.
We saying death to faggots right now in these times.
Wow, fuck Obama, all that.
Yeah.
Right. We seeing what's happening to these celebrities that's calling themselves Israel.
Yeah.
Look at Lamar Odom. Who knows what happened to him? Who knows what happened to Lamar Odom? Who knows what happened to Whitney Houston? All these people that proclaim themselves to be Israelites. But like the brother said, the Most High fighting for us. Why? Because we're doing his work. I got any precepts out? You got the brothers, the other brother from West Palm on Uber. Bear with us, right? We're having a couple of technical difficulties. Hold on, You got something up? Hold on. Philippians chapter 1, verse 19.
I got it right here. Philippians chapter 1, verse 19. For I know.
Hold on. Yeah, you can't hear you that well, so Vermont gonna read it. You said Philippians. Okay, he said start at 20 and read all the way down to 23. All right, Con.
Philippians chapter 1, verse 20. According to my earnest expectation and my hope that in nothing I shall be ashamed. What's our earnest expectation? Getting up out of Babylon, being saved, seeing Yahushua and his kingdom, his glorious kingdom. According to my earnest expectation and my hope that in nothing I shall be ashamed, but that with all boldness is always so now also Yahushua shall be magnified in my body, whether it be by life or by death. So no matter what, we gotta, this is our duty, magnify Yahweh, why Yahushua. Yahweh made the Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua made the clouds, made the sea, made everything. He made us. So he should be magnified. We can't magnify him enough. Verse 21. For me to live is Yahushua, and to die is gain. Because sometimes, be like, man, that'd be easy to just die.
For real. You get jealous when we hear people, what's the name die? Like, damn.
Like, it'll be easy to just die. But if I live in the flesh, this is the fruit of my labor, yet what I shall choose I what not. For I am in the strait between two, having a desire to part and to be with Yahushua, and with Yahushua, which is far better. Nevertheless, to abide in the flesh is more needful for you, because we out here and we do it like as the scripture says, do all things, endure all things for the sake of the elect. I ain't saying it verbatim.
And basically, and me and this brother, we were just saying that as we walked up. Hey, that's the whole purpose of this thing is to be selfless, man. That's the main attribute of being in the faith. To be selfless. To esteem the next brother over yourself, man. Why? Because we mere mortals, and we're hopefully elect. We're hoping to be of the election, man. So, what better way to possibly please the Most High than to esteem the next brother or go out and push this truth so the hopefully elect can be sealed up, man.
And Paul was saying back in them days, to die is gain. But right now we here. Like, you have your down days, but man, we so close. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see this thing through. I want to see this place fall all the way through and see them chariots come, because we here now.
It's Romans 12 and 10. Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another.
Backing up what I just was saying, man. That's one of the top two commandments. Love thy brother as thyself, man. And with that, paraphrasing the scripture in Hebrews the 13th chapter, it says, with that sacrifice, the Most High is well pleased. When you communicate with brothers, man, we like, and our big brother Karatazar, he stressed that, like, you calling each other aunt, you need to act as such. You calling this man brother, that goes a long way, man. You have to act as such, man. Why? Because that pleases the Most High. It's plain, man. And all that's a part of being in the faith. Not just learning the precepts and learning the breakdowns, because basically that's all you're doing. You regurgitating the breakdowns that our elders broke down. It don't take much to do that. All you got to do is have a decent memory and study a little bit, man. So you got to do all the intangibles. That's what helped build you up in this faith.
They say rehearse.
Right.
So rehearsing is an action. You can't just be reading. You got to read it and you got to practice it, man.
Faith without works is what? That's dead.
Romans 13 and 8. Owe no man anything but to love one another. For he that loveth another has fulfilled the law. So basically what the brother was saying, man, basically what our big brother Karatazar saying, man. You can't be calling brothers Akims and Hak and you're not acting brotherly, man. And if that's you, you gotta examine yourself and you gotta change that shit, man. But we still here. Right now it's not too late. You just gotta examine yourself for that time of judgment, man. So if that's you just gotta change that shit, man.
And all that plays into what we coming into, man. Having that, that comfort that, hey, I'm not going through this alone. My brothers out there going through the same thing I'm going through. All that's gonna help build your faith up, man. Cause this shit gonna be ugly, man. Brothers saying it, of course you're supposed to feel that way. You want this shit to be over. But it's not. It's gonna be far from a cakewalk, man. It's gonna be the worst times of ever, man. Mass death, mass genocide, mass murder. So, hey, it'll behoove you to work it out, man, in your mind and understand what we're coming to. You know, just close it out with this last scripture, just giving that account of Daniel. This is Daniel. Daniel 6:14. Then the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. And he labored till the going down of the sun to deliver him. Then those men assembled unto the kings and said unto the king, Know, O king, that the law of the Medes and Persians is that no decree nor statute which the king established may be changed. Then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, Thy power, whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee. And a stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet and with the signet of the Lord's, that the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel. Verse 18. Then the king went to his palace and passed the night fasting, neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him. 19. Then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste unto the den of lions. And when he came to the den, he cried with a loud lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living power, is thy power whom thou servest continually able to deliver thee from the lions? Then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever. 22. My power hath sent his angel, and have shut the lions' mouths, that they have not hurt me. For as much as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. Then was the king exceedingly glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in the Most High. And that's plain, man. That belief and that faith in the Most High, it'll deliver you. It'll deliver Daniel from the lion's den, man. And what we're coming into is going to be, a million times worse, man. So it's instances like this that the Most High put in the Bible to help build up our faith and help build up our courage, man. And like I said at the beginning, man, it's now is the time, brothers, to turn that spiritual knob up, man, and get this understanding so that you can fare well in these times of trouble, man. Because it's about to get evil out here. Very wicked, and we can see it.
I love that scripture, man.
Yeah.
Not only was he able to be in that den with the lion, but the Lord gave him rest. He slept in the same den as the lion. And Habakkuk got the scripture in Habakkuk 3 verse 18. When he heard of the times of trouble, he trembled in his belly, but that he may have rest in the day of trouble. So do what you got to do now, and the Lord gonna look out for you in these days of trouble. Just like Daniel was able to go to sleep with a lion in the same room as him.
You know that was spiritual, because fleshly, you're not.
You can't.
Okay, how spiritual?
A frog in the room.
Yeah, a rat in the room. Go climb on top of a stool with the cartoon.
For real.
But yeah, man, on a serious note, man, hey, that's what it's all about, man. That account made it plain and simple. So with that, we want to give all praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, double honor to the elders, apostles, great millstone, and salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this truth, man. Keep fighting. We're getting close to the end, man. With that, shalom.
Shalom.